Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this problem we're given the function f of x equals 1/2 x minus 3, and we're asked to find a formula for its inverse, and then we want to graph both of them on the same grid, and also the line y equals x, very similar to what we did in class. And then finally it wants you to state the domain and range of both the function and the inverse function. Okay, let's start with the first thing. We have the original function, okay? So my original function is y equals 1/2 x minus 3. If I want to form the inverse function, I do that by swapping x and y. What used to be output is now input, so y becomes x. Nothing else changes. A half is still a half. X becomes y. Minus 3 is still a minus 3. Don't alter the signs. Only change x and y. And what we do now to get this is the inverse, but what we do to write it in the correct format as a function is solve for y. Me personally, I would add 3. X plus 3 equals 1/2 y. And then I would multiply everything through by 2. That would give me 2x plus 6 is equal to y. And that y is actually f inverse because it was the inverse function. So f inverse is 2x plus 6. So in our calculator we're going to put y sub 1 as the original function, y sub 2 is our inverse function, which is 2x plus 6, and then we're going to type in y sub 3 as x, and we're going to make an observation from there, okay? So when I go to my calculator, alright, my first function y sub 1 is going to be 1/2, I'm just going to put 0.5x minus 3. I'm going to use my down arrow key. My inverse function is 2x plus 6, and I'm going to hit my down arrow key, and they want me to type in a comparison function of just y equals x. When I hit graph, what I want you to notice is it graphed my original function, it graphed my inverse function, and then it graphed the line y equals x, which cuts them symmetrically right down the middle. And the purpose of the line y equals x is it graphically shows to you that those two functions are inverses of each other. If that line symmetrically cuts two functions, they are inverses of each other. The functions are inverses of each other. And the last question it asked here is what is the domain and the range of both functions? Well, we're not looking at y equals x. In fact, I'll go and take that one away. That's not what I'm interested in, so I'll clear that. If I just look at the two lines, these are lines, right? So the domain and the range is going to be all real numbers for both. So the domain and the range of f of x and f inverse of x is the set of all reals. And we're done.